Today, December 22nd, I decided to start filming again. To be quite frank, all these videos I take of my life have been hanging like an albatross around my neck, or some other more modern saying that people will actually understand. Regardless, I couldn't pinpoint the reason why I suddenly developed an aversion to my own life. So the footage piled and I tried to ignore the gigabytes filling up on my phone. But wait, the beginning of my saved up footage dates to last winter. Let's start there. Okay, anyway. I once heard in some science or psych course that revisiting your memories in your mind changes them a little each time, like you're tampering with it, rewriting it, blurring it, or futzing it. This scared me. I was little then and afraid of not having an undo button on something so precious. Since then, I have subconsciously diverted myself from revisiting the past, my memories, especially times that seem most precious. Maybe I'm scared that all this video footage, relatively untemperable truths, will show me things I'm nervous to revisit. Because what if I mess up a good memory, rewrite it wrong, and end up with an overwrite? What if I end up eternal sunshine of the spotless minding myself into oblivion? I had a hard time discerning what was important to capture, what I wanted to film, so I ended up filming everything, and this put a strain on me. I viewed the world in camera shots, pans, transitions, and how I would edit my life in post-production. It was also around this time I started pulling late nights at school, developing a beastly version of the perfectionist complex that had plagued me for many years prior. February looks bright in my footage, yet hazy in my memories. I was working on a cute pastel shirt for class, I wore cute pastel clothes, even my sketchbook was cute in pastel. Life was coming up roses, so it seems. I thought hard about the future of my internet lifespan. I planned cute vlogs with clickable titles and divvied up my clips into neat 15-minute watch times with quirky voiceovers and hand-drawn graphics. This was clearly supposed to be one of those vlogs. It was crystal clear what I needed to do to continue, but I couldn't even get through editing half a video without tossing my iPad aside in frustration. Was it self-sabotage? I found this hard to answer. Also, yes, I edit on an iPad. The computer scares me sometimes. On a lighter note, I am digging my haircut here. It's like a long shag. When my hair was first cut, I was devastated, but now I actually kind of want this back. Anyway, the timestamp on this video dates it to February 9th. I cannot say February, I'm sorry. And out of curiosity, I dug up my corresponding journal entry for the same day and found that, no, everything was not coming up roses. In that entry, I say, Grief like a knife scraping away at my skin. It's raw and itchy and uncomfortable. It's painful but not unbearable, which is worse because being able to stand it is the worst. Walking on tired feet, washing your hair with a hangnail. All pains, little, saddeningly bearable pains. All the worse because we can bear it.
I don't know how to work that one. But it's a mute. We broke it. Point out which one's the butthole machine. Has a whole field day, and he's like, damn, and I was like, well, worst comes to worst.
Here's an arm. Do you want to be in it?
Sure.
Hey guys. Do you want this? So she's working on this. It's patchwork. How do you feel?
Morale is low. But morale is gonna get up again.
Okay, yeah.
In the next
For
10
sure.
minutes, hopefully.
Especially with her.
The arm?
Yeah.
I spent
Miss Girl.
2 hours helping him, right?
Miss Girl.
Didn't even realize.
I think I struggled with seeing a version of my life on screen that I edited that was somehow different than the life I read in my entries that I wrote. One was overwhelmingly curated and another overwhelmingly selective. I curated the best and most beautiful moments on screen and divulged the ugliest and deepest truths in my notes app. I cannot even say in the pages of my journal because my journal lives in my notes app. That's so Gen Z.
Moon. Let's take moon videos. How do you... I don't know. Do you want to be in it? Oh, we can't see her, but she's singing. I thought turning this on was illegal.
Honestly, I'm a year older now. I still feel like a spectator on this life I live. I still feel this grief, still wonder, why am I so jaded at such a young age? But I just make funnier jokes about it now, I guess. And also, I got into therapy, so that effectively killed my dramatic teen, emotional, flowery prose writing career. Sadness regarding identity and life aside, a good chunk of my time was spent, as usual, sewing. However, after reading more of my journal, I found out a better chunk of my time was actually spent fighting my demons. Anyway, I thought I'd love sewing by now, but the more I am pushed to sew for classes, for my collection, whatever, the more resistance I develop to it. There's some obstinance in me to not favor anything that doesn't come naturally to me. Anyway, hope you like my fit check. It was Valentine's Day, so I was wearing pink and red. Also, the other day, I found a flimsy fabric wallet I had painstakingly blanket stitched by hand when I first learned about sewing as a concept, probably around the time I was in elementary school. That discovery, combined with other relics from my childhood, made me burst into tears and cry uncontrollably for the rest of the night. Because the thing is, I had a love for this type of creation once, before my video account grew, before Instagram blew up, before I decided on fashion school, before the pressures of the world shaped and remolded my freedom into course requirements. It makes me ache to remember I used to like this, but the next day I still trudged into the studio, bound to my work. And I wasn't happy about it. Sewing and draping is like pulling teeth to me. There were days I'd hit a wave of inspiration and I would feel more fulfilled and I'd feel happy, but it never lasted long. Another problem always arose and everything takes longer than you think. So this is the sleeve. We've got like a waterfall effect. I kind of just eyeballed this, but because of the sleeves different seam cut kind of, I think it turned out pretty cool, but we'll see when I put it on, I guess. Not done. I need the rib part here, and then I'm probably gonna do the other sleeve like this as well. Sew along here on the other side to create that little insert. This shirt I'm working on is now sitting in my closet. It's wearable, yet I don't wear it. And there's probably some sort of psychological explanation I could extrude from that, but on to the next depressing topic instead. Truth be told, I have always wanted if you want something enough, your passion and dedication will undoubtedly open opportunities for the future. That's what I believed in. It's just that the more ambitious I become, the more accolades and eyes on my work, the less I feel connected to it. I used to be the sole shareholder in the stake of my life, and now I barely get a cut. Sometimes I wonder if it's worth it. I wrote the majority of this voiceover in December, and now it is January. I think I was definitely going through something rougher there, but I also think it's worth sharing because I don't think these feelings ever really go away, even when I'm like having fun. At least the shirt I'm making here is cute, right? It looks actually really cute with those pants I have on, and the pink, green, and yellow is kind of serving. Okay, twirling, okay, peace sign. That's the most awkward girl I've ever seen. I'm extremely grateful to get to do this art school thing, don't get me wrong, but it's also my biggest op. I truly think I wouldn't have been able to continue had I not made so many close friends here. Anyway, I thought it was interesting that 1 year later, Olivia is still wearing the same sweater, which you'll see in a minute, and we're still sewing in the studio, same as always. I've been feeling stuck for the longest time, and my footage of the studio now is almost identical to last year. Maybe it's like this repetitive creation that's driving me crazy, and as much as I love to see my memories in 4K quality, something in me feels like I shouldn't be able to access last winter so easily. It serves just as like a painful reminder of when I began to resent this whole process, which sucks. It's my last year of college, and I keep asking myself, when does it get fun?